welcome back to my Project 13. Going to talk a little bit about APNs and issues, especially with unlocked devices. They're preloaded with a lot of carriers as long as the device is capable to work with that specific carrier in the APN settings, the configurations. Now, this video goes out to Game World Chief and anybody else who wants to know a little bit about this. But this is an area where I don't want you messing around with if you don't know what you're doing. If you're having issues making phone calls and it keeps hanging up, or sending out messages, whether they're PIC or video or regular messages, there's something wrong in those APNs and you want to get them fixed. Now, I would suggest you call your carrier and have them email you those APNs that are correct, because sometimes, like this device with Blue, they're preloaded, like I said, with a lot of different carriers with those APN settings for each carrier, but sometimes there's something that's off and it needs to be set right. Now, your carrier can help you over the phone, but if it's something that you just want them to send to you, whether it's SMS, and most likely that's not going to be working if you're having issues, but email, hopefully that'll get to you, or you can look online. But again, I suggest you call your carrier. So once those are emailed to you, what I've done before with the Alcatel device and the Zenfone device that I had a while back is I wrote down all the settings correctly, what they emailed to me, the configurations. So I have it all on a piece of paper, and that's why I have this here. And then I would go into the area. I'm going to go into my toggles here and into the menu of settings here. And then I'm going to go to mobile networks. And then you're going to see access point names. That's APN. Now in there, you're going to see all these carriers. Okay. So I'm with T-Mobile. As you can see, that's the one that's marked. Now, Game World Chief, you're with TracFone, WAP.TracFone. We want to mark that one. And then we want to go over to the far left and tap it. And it's going to go into all the configurations. Now, remember, you wrote those down, or for anybody viewing, you wrote those down on a piece of paper. And it's going to start off with name, and you should have it, you should compare from right to left, or left to right, however you do it. And make sure that whatever your carrier sent you should match accordingly to what's in here. Now, I want you to make sure that if you do this, and if you're comfortable doing this without your carrier's help, make sure everything matches up exactly how that email was and how you wrote it down to everything in here. Now, here's what's going to happen. So let's just say that when you got to APN, it says right there, WAP.TracFone, but let's just say the dot was missing for some unknown reason. Well, you need to insert that dot. So then you would tap on that, and it'll allow you to edit. And hopefully you can see that. So you're going to edit. So let's just say that dot wasn't there. You would put the dot in there. Okay, let me erase that again. You would put the dot in there and then say OK. So then you go down the list and accordingly adjust, if you have to what they gave you and you wrote down on the piece of paper to match up. So we got here on MCC that says 310. I'm pretty sure you can see that. If I tap on that, and let's just say that said 210, you want to change that to 310. So let's pretend that said 210. Well, what I'm going to do is go and erase it, because the list they gave me says that that area should say 310. And I'm going to put that in there. And so forth. Just go on down and make sure you look at it 2 or 3 times before you go down and save. Now, every device will be set up a little different. This is Blue's setup. The way it's set up is going to be a little bit different, but again, the process is the same. But your SIM card has to be in here for those to show up. If your SIM card's not in your device, none of these configurations, none of those carriers are going to show up. Okay? So this is why I'm saying, if you're doing it just with your device and you talk to your carrier on a home phone or somebody else's cell phone, then call them, get the APNs, write them on that piece of paper, compare them, match them up, put the right configurations in here, and at the end, save it, and your device should be at that point ready to get your messaging right as far as PIC, video, and your data connection. When you make phone calls, it's not going to keep hanging up. I hope that makes sense. If you know what, you guys, if it sounds confusing, let me know. I'm doing my best here, right on the fly, you know, I've been trying to help out Game World Chief, you know, just sending messages back and forth. But I thought this might be the best way to do it. But again, if this video isn't, if I'm not communicating in a way where you're able to understand, let me know and I'll try to explain it. And in the end, you can do some searching online or check out some other videos on YouTube. Just type in APN problems, something that can bring up some video and give you some information. I've tried to search out videos, and there's a lot of them that aren't just being detailed enough. And I hope I'm being detailed enough, you know, to help you out here. But again, if you're not comfortable, talk to your carrier. That is the most important thing. I really want to stress that out. Don't do any of this stuff on your own if you're not comfortable. So, back when I was learning how to do this, I talked to my carrier, and that's how I figured it out, did my homework on it, and it's pretty simple now. My wife had issues with her Zenfone 2 recently, and I was able to fix that. So I'm going to show one more time. You go into mobile networks, and in mobile networks, access point names. In there, you get all your carriers that, you know, and some may only have one or two. Some only one. Geez, Blue has like a list here because it's totally unlocked. And again, I'm with T-Mobile, so T-Mobile for me would be right here. But this gentleman here, Game World Chief, you're with TracFone. Again, number, mark that. Then far left, go into it, and then set up those APNs accordingly to what was emailed to you. And to any other viewer out there, yeah, I hope this helps. Again, leave me some feedback. This is my Project 13 tutorial. Don't do much of these, but hopefully that'll help. Let me know. To the next vid, I'm out. Peace. Hey, by the way, if you're a new subscriber, please subscribe, hit like or dislike. Every click counts on supporting and funding this channel.